I'm a bit of a gacha freak. I play a lot of different gacha games because I want to see what actually, you know, gives that little tingly sensation of like, ooh, I want to play. It's the reason why I played Genshin Impact. It's the reason why I got into Honkai Star Rail. And of course, it's also the reason why I started playing Qingque. Now, Reverse 1999 has had a massive ad campaign. It has been in every single YouTube video that there is as an ad. I swear to God, I've seen it everywhere. But of course, I did want to try it out because it did pique my interest a little bit in regards to, you know, what it looked like. Now, of course, that's what we're going to talk about today. Should you be playing Reverse 1999? Now, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. Let me know how you're liking Reverse 1999. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, of course, this is a shared account between myself and my alter ego, Himeko, over on twitch.tv/Setsu. So if you want to watch some Twitch gameplay of different stuff, go over there. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. But let's go ahead and talk about first the main menu here. The main menu is actually pretty nice and very cozy, in my opinion. I love the little rain in the background, and I don't know if we're going to get more backgrounds as time goes on, but I will say that right now as it stands, I really like the cozy atmosphere of this game, or at least this part. Now, story-wise, I've had a hard time keeping up, so I'm gonna bring up a Reverse 1999 synopsis, because to be honest with you, the story is very weird, in my opinion. I still honestly don't get it. It's tough. So, but maybe I'm the crazy one. So let me see if I can find a synopsis really quick so I can get people to understand. On the last day of 1999, the storm ascended from the ground up into the sky, and everyone except for you, who became disorientated after is dissipated. You are called the Timekeeper, the final witness of an era, and you search for the truth behind the storm. And the answers that you are searching for are hidden in the last day of 1999. You're basically time traveling and trying to save the world from some sort of calamity, which it sounds dope, but honestly, to me, and this is my thing, like, this isn't for everybody. You know, I had a hard time keeping up with the story, and I was kind of under a time crunch when I was playing it, so maybe that's on me. Maybe I need to watch a full-fledged video on the story, but I will not be judging this game on the story itself. I feel that the gacha game has to have good gameplay, and let me tell you that Reverse 1999 has good gameplay. But let's go ahead and first talk about this main menu here. You obviously have your mail, which has a lot of free stuff right now. So if you're wanting to try out Reverse 1999, I highly recommend it. Though its tutorial is very long, getting your free stuff at the end is really cool. You got all the stuff for the candy parade, which is, you know, free stamina. You have Discord invitation where you could join the official Discord, all sorts of official stuff. They gave a bunch of free stuff right out the get-go, so that's really nice. Tasks, as you can see, there is a starting your account task thing, which I don't think has a clear end date, so you have plenty of time to get this all done, which gives you the Sunito's garment, which is a costume. They do have costumes in this game, so that's pretty dope. However, there is 9 acts to go through, and it's a lot of stuff. I highly recommend at least taking the time to read up on what you got to do and trying to get through an act maybe a day, and if it gets harder, through a week. Now, of course, you have your dailies and your weeklies. As you can see, I've completed all my weeklies, so I'm a good boy. But what's really cool about their daily and weekly tracking is that you get it through these little tiers here. Now, of course, if you complete 2 of these, like clear any stage 1 time, clear any resource 1 time, or insight 1 time, you get 2 of these and you'll actually get the first tier, and then you go on and go on and go on. You have to complete all your dailies. Now, I will say, I feel like that's a lot to do in such a short amount of time, because I do feel that gacha games are very low on time. Like, you're like, okay, I'm getting on my phone, I'm getting the stuff done, going for it. If you want to spend more time on it, you can, but I feel if you're doing dailies and weeklies, it's a little bit weird for me to see that much. Now, of course, you also got the warehouse, which is where you can check out all your materials. As you can see here, I got this, and I can get, you know, any of this stuff that's going to help me level up my characters. I'm going to grab this because I'm trying to get my eternity all the way up, and I think that's one of hers. And then, of course, you get to see what's called the, you know, Psi Cubes. Now, Psi Cubes are basically like weapons for each of your characters, and this is the first one that I got was the 5-star, the Footloose, which when the carrier attacks, if the target's HP is above 50%, damage dealt plus 8%. These are going to be what you're going to need to equip to your character, so I highly recommend that you take the time to study these. You get this one for free through the story, which is not too bad, but I digress. Take the time to learn your Psi Cubes and what they do for certain characters. I haven't done so just yet. I haven't optimized them yet, but I will be doing that as I go on. And then of course you go to the bank, you have your you know, sales and all this stuff as per normal. Every game has it, but it has all this stuff. But when you do go through your levels, you actually get these free rank gifts, which gives you free stuff for getting like 5, 10, 20. I don't know how much further it goes, but it's definitely not bad. Now you also get all these like different stuff. I'm not saying buy this stuff, but you also have this shop, which is pretty important because it gives you other materials. Instead of farming for the day, you could get the materials. I highly recommend at least farming to get them instead, but yeah. And then of course you also have this Onric shop, which I think is actually for garments. Or no, sorry, not garments, fragments. So fragments are what you need to kind of give your characters constellation. Or not kind of, it is what you need to give your characters constellation. But it's not called constellation in this one, it's called portraits. Now portraits are, you know, in terms of Genshin, your constellations, in terms of Honkai, your eidolons, stuff like that. So you don't need them per se, at least right now. I don't think it's needed. Actually, I think I have, or wait, hold on. Let me go back to my crew real quick. I see that Sweetheart needs one. What is she doing? Oh, I get one of these things. You actually get story and all that through the characters, which is pretty neat. Sorry, got sidetracked. ADD brain went off like crazy. But you also got this, which is your, you know, battle pass. You get different tasks. You get dailies, weeklies, and others. So others are basically stuff that, you know, is per normal what you're going through. I think this one is only going to have other for this time because of the fact that it did just start. So you got all that. You have your weeklies, which, you know, I have to finish my weeklies this or today, whatever you got what I'm trying to say. I gotta finish them today before they reset, because weeklies, I think the reset is tomorrow, so you got to be careful with that. And then of course you have, you know, your kind of events that are going on. You have this one, which is your 8 daily letters. You get a free, I think, multi, or actually I think you get just about 2 multis almost. And then you also get this character at the end, DK. I hope I said that right. But you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 12. You get 12, which is pretty dope. That's pretty generous. Not only that, but you have the Storm Visitors right now, which is going on for the next 30 days, where you log in 7 times. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get 10 right there. Beginning of the tail, which is the stuff that we were just talking about. And as you can see, it does say no time limit. So you have no time, or no time requirements to get this Sanido's garment here. After class exercise, which is an event that's going on right now, and then followed by On the Dreams, which is clear stages of artificial to collect stars and get all this stuff, which is basically just easy rewards. So pretty simple. Now, of course, let's go ahead and get into the character screen here. We'll use Sanido as one, but as you can see, like, there's levels to the characters. Obviously, you go from level 3, which is like these characters right here, or any of these blues, to the purple, which is level 4s, to the yellow, which is level 5s, and then of course level 6s are this orange type character. Now let's go ahead and look at Sanido. I will say I do like how it's going with this one, because it looks like it actually tells you what the character can do. As you can see, Eternity is a DPS and nasty wound, can inflict nasty wound. Sanido is a DPS but support. With Sanido, she actually can debuff the opponent from actually doing an action, so that's really cool, and she helps control the battle, so she's really cool. And you get like these little 3 cards and such, which is really cool. Now these little insights are basically what's going to help you kind of like understand the game a little bit. Like your second insight right here, or I think that's what it is, or no, these aren't the insights, my apologies, I'm dumb. But your insights is this right here, where you're going to level up and what you get from it. So Insight 1, which is what I've already done when the caster is in stats up or pos status. Damage dealt is plus 15%. On my next one, her reality defense and mental defense is plus 10% when the caster enters battle, which is really, you know, these are your ascension ranks basically. And they're really nice. Now, resonance, I don't know anything about. I haven't done any studying about it, but we'll go from there. You could actually put your side cube preference, which means that every time you go into battle, instead of having to auto equip it every time, you can just go from here. Now, I was equipping this one at first, but I think I honestly might equip that instead. So that way she goes in with it. But yeah, as you can see, there are the list of typings right here, and you have mineral, beast, plant, and star. Or you have spirit and intelligence on the side, which are, you know, strong and weak against each other. Mineral is strong against beast is strong against plant, and plant is strong against star, while star is strong against mineral. And as you can see, it deals 30% more damage against enemies with a weaker affinity. Now, there's a bunch of stuff outside of this. Obviously, like I said, you have the garments, which you can kind of see the garments from here is really nice. They have different garments for different characters. And then, of course, you have your like little tutorial screens like that. But enough talking about the characters, right? Because the characters are really cool. I will say that. I said enough talking about the characters, but I'm going to talk about the characters really quick. Eternity and Sweetheart are two of my favorites. You get an apple as a character. Like, I will say, there is strange characters. Like, this one threw me for a loop. This character is just 3 TVs. That's it. This character is literally a mirror, and it's called Door. It doesn't make any sense to me. You actually get, you know, a little horse chariot thing, Darling Clatter. A person named Onion, who's apparently the worst character in the game, so don't use that. But I could be wrong. Anyways, there's plenty of characters for your choice. Now, this isn't just a waifu game, because obviously, as you can see, we have an apple, we have young people. Don't do it, Chad. But you do have your waifus, like obviously Mesmer Jr. You could say TT is one of your waifus, but Sweetheart and Eternity obviously are my favorites right there. So that's about it. Now, before we get into the actual thing, there is one more thing. You have the Wilderness. Now, Wilderness is basically, as you can kind of see, it's like the best way that I could put it is it's kind of like, stop. I didn't want to do a tutorial right now. Dude, stop. This thing is making me do a stupid tutorial that I've already kind of looked at, and I don't need it. But anyways, so this is basically your Serenity pot for like Genshin Impact. You could actually get interaction with your characters that are going to increase your bond levels. You could actually go over and just talk to them like right out the gate and click on them. And yeah, you basically go from there. Now you want to upgrade this as it was just talking about, and that's what I'm working towards. So yeah, but that's really it. You get like extra stuff for it, and it's basically to increase bond levels and stuff like that. Now let's go ahead and go into a battle, because I kind of want to show this off, and we're going to go into one of the battles I haven't done yet on hard mode, because you want to, like, I will say they're easy to hard mode difficulties are a lot easier to kind of get through, in my personal opinion. So we're going to go into that. Now, if you played Grand Cross, this plays kind of like Grand Cross, but a lot easier to kind of understand, I guess. You go into battle, you have your 3 characters, and you have a 4th character on the side to switch out in case you're having issues. Now, for a team of 3, you have 3 actions. You won't start out with 3 actions when you play the game, but overall, when you get your team, you'll start out with 3 actions. Now, the main things are you want to be able to fuse your cards like I just did there by pulling and dragging them next to others, which will up the, you know, stuff. So instead of doing, you know, I think it was 100 or 200 damage, I'm doing 240 damage to 2 opponents now. You have your buffs, your debuffs, and attack skills, which are fantastic. You could actually see which is stronger against certain enemies. So as you can see, if I switch to here, nothing is strong against them. But if I switch to these plant ones, you see that Sweetheart actually has the strong edge on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something like this, a buff, which is a mass buff, which mass buffing is giving all your characters the buff. Damage dealt plus 15% and damage taken minus 15% for all allies, and penetration rate plus 10% for the caster. So we're going to activate that, and then we're going to activate this, which is the Vintage Hand Fan, which is for, you know, Eternity. Mass attack, HP, current HP times 10 deals 240% damage. So we're going to activate that. Now, this might be a little bit tougher because my Eternity is not fully leveled up at the moment. Or not. I think we're fine. So as you can see, they get their turn actions. The red sword means that they have an action that can be dispelled, but, you know, isn't. So let's kind of show that. So if I target this person who has 2, right? Oh, wait, I can't because I don't have that. Dang it. I was going to use this because... and that's really cool too, is that you could actually click, and if you decide you want to redo that, you could just click on it and everything. So even when you do 2, you click on it and it redoes it. But this spell in particular for Sunito, if you get it to a 2-star, it takes away 2 actions. So that plant guy would have been a no. Since we have the buff, we don't need to worry about buff right here. So I'm going to go ahead and fuse these 2 together. We're going to activate, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this again for Eternity to get her up. And I'm going to try and get a ultimate ready to go. So we're just about there. Okay, there we go. Perfect. But we'll save that for now. We'll save it for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to fuse that up. Then we'll activate this, and then we'll activate that. Now, as you can see, the 5 little diamonds under them are basically, they're ready for their ultimate, right? So first things first, I'll kind of show you. So the actions are kind of spread across, so we're only going to be able to dispel 1. So I'm going to dispel that one. Then I'm going to activate Sunito's burst ability, which is basically... as you can see here, it does mass damage, 300% reality damage up to all enemies. And if the caster is in the stats up or pos up or pos status, this attack does penetration rate plus 16% and deals 100% more reality damage. And then followed by the giant whale. So first things first, let's get that. See, disarm activated, so it caused that character to not have any action. And then, of course, we're going to activate Eternity's Giant Whale, which is one of my favorites so far. I love this ultimate. Boom. And it just clears the field. And there you go. It's pretty simple. Like I said, if you played 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, the way to, you know, go through a battle is not missed by you. Like, you'll know how to do it, and it's very simple. And as you can see here, we just activated that. Now, would I say that Reverse 1999 is a... game you should play? Now, if you like the art style, which the art style is fantastic, I love just in general the way the characters are drawn and how they look. I love the feel of some of these characters in general, and they're really dope. I think that honestly it's worth a shot for the characters. The story, like I said, I need to give it a proper time to actually understand the story, and that's on me. I will take that with me the whole time. Like, that's on me. But I will say that Reverse 1999, with the art style that it has being very unique, and the battle system that I used to hate for 7 Deadly Sins, but I actually do like it in this sense. It's a lot less clunky, in my opinion. That's just me, but I might upset a few Grand Cross players. But I feel that Reverse 1999 is one of those gachas that it's not going to be, you know, oh my god, this is the big one. This is a big gacha game that everybody needs to play. But it is one of those ones I feel that will stay the test of time and will cause people to be like, you know what, it's a good one. A big game that I really liked that, you know, kind of, it gives me this feel, not in the sense of gameplay, but in the sense of staying power, is Princess Connect Redive and, you know, Dragalia Lost. This might be one of those hidden gems. Do I think that this is the best gacha game ever? Absolutely not. But for starting up, this is a really good one, and I feel that you should at least try it out. This is not sponsored, by the way. I wish they would, but I'm not sponsored. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I think Reverse 1999 is a solid gacha game, and I think you should at least give it a try. Now, of course, y'all, if you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next video comes out for the channel. Guys, I love y'all. Thank you so much for getting me to 1K. I keep on saying it in every video, but I'm absolutely blessed for every single one of you. But that's going to be it. Love you all to death. And as always, we will catch you all in the next video. Please take care and be safe.